You are the parsley in my tabbouleh, and it's time for us to doom scroll Twitteroonies. According to Polymarket, there is a 60% chance that Bitcoin crashes below $80,000 by the end of this year. Here we go. 60% chance out here for BTC to crash below. Wow, it actually hit, friends, as high as 80% chance. But it was kind of funny. Why? Because it went down to 81K. So it's kind of funny, just wicked down around there. Very interesting. Here we have Elio trades. Reminder that no one has gotten the Bitcoin trade more wrong than professors. A hater since sub 1K BTC. So this is Steve Hanke, more like Steve Wanky, back in March 2017 when Bitcoin was like $1,000. Here we go. He goes, the SEC rejects the Bitcoin ETF and Bitcoin falls hard to $978. End of the Bitcoin. Oh, that's actually, what a great post out here, man. That's awesome. Check this out as well, friends. David Big Nutsacks. According to today's Wall Soy Journal, AI-related investment accounts for half of GDP growth. A reversal would risk recession. We can't afford to go backwards. Wow, he's the crypto and AI czar. So I guess what they're gonna, I think what they're gearing up next year, they're like, look, American people, we have to compete with China, with AI to dominate the world the next 10 to 20 years. So let us print a bit of moolah, some money. We'll give you a bit of that candy so we can do it. Elio replied, David, hey, what's up, big guy? Long-time listener, first-time caller. Did you say that the US will bail the truck out of AI companies if the market slips? Asking for a friend. Very interesting. There we go. Out here. Bitcoin. That's a nice looking 3-day channel. 3-day candle. Is it? I don't know, man. They're going to make them feel the wicks. I don't know. Everybody's calling for relief. That'll fail like all the others. They go, don't worry, this rally's going to fail like all the others. Don't bother buying it. Even Blockchain Backer, I've noticed, friends. Even Blockchain Backer, he doesn't even want to deploy here. Because he's like, well, I'm going to sell it anyway in the relief that will fail like all the others. I think this was interesting. Everyone's thinking like that. Next chat. This is Michael Burry, friends. I just want to remind you the news that came out within the past 24 hours. Michael Burry, not Michael Cherry, not Michael Banana, Michael Burry. He now has a paid group. He's charging $39 a month. I'm not making this up. I'm not making it up. Let's play some pumping music just to soften it for you a bit while we pump it. I'm dancing, friends. I'm dancing. Okay? I'm not making it up. He's got a paid group now. Okay? So, just so you know, of course, as you know, friends, you got to remember markets and cycles. Going through all these, we're navigating this together. But yes, he's been known as the biggest bear. The guy literally made the big short out of S&P 500 went up only 287%. Even if we do crash from here, who gives a shit, dude? Like, it's literally gone up 287% first. The whole index, bro, you know? So, he's now having a paid group. I think he's closed his Scion fund. Man, that's wild. Let's just tweet. NVIDIA emailed a memo to Wall Street sell-side analysts to push back on my arguments. I stand by my analysis. Obviously, the full analysis does not fit a tweet. The first post is Heretic's Guide to AI Stars, Supply Side Gluttony. Oh, he's coming out again. This is gold, man. He's literally, now his mission, AI is the bubble. Man, he spent so long in the housing bubble. Oh, man, this is so crazy, dude. He's making on a mission now to take down AI. The AI supply glut. Supply glut means too much supply, so... Oh, man. Eventually he's going to be right. Of course. But it's just, gosh, man. Here we have Fred Durst tried to tell Bill Meyer about 0 point energy a year ago, but Bill Meyer didn't understand it. That's energy all around us. There's energy all around us. We're a primitive civilization that uses obsolete forms of electricity generation. Yes, friends. So, like I say to you, okay, if you understand or you know, hey, 0 point energy, UFO tech, all these other things, when you see that, I make videos and stuff, it's cool, but also know it's all funded by the money printer. Okay, so they're going to have to keep printing money. Are you going to let China and Russia outcompete you in 0 point energy stuff, AI stuff? Hell no, man. Oh, wait, but it's funny how people, do you honestly think the US government, The most powerful government in the world. Do you honestly think they're going to say, you know what? We're not going to print money because the kippy is at 3 and we needed it 2. So, okay, let's stall the entire freaking economy for 3 years and let our competitors make more chips because we can't fudge the numbers from 3% to 2%. You got to be out of your mind to think that. Do you think the world superpower is just going to let second place accelerate against them because they're like, but we got a major loser power, the inflation. It doesn't make sense to me, bro. I don't think they're losers, but America wins. You understand? They win. America! Sarah, why is everything so hard? I promise I'm gonna KMS. Kiss myself. I'm just having a moment. I don't know why. Which one of you guys is liking this, friends? Crypto Girly who loves us. Oh, Axum Trading. There you go. There you go. Let's actually check, friends. I just want to see, make sure it's not an Indian guy. Okay, it's not an Indian guy. I just have to check if the location was from India. So Axiom is the Solana chain. Axiom is the meme coin, I think, trading stuff that you trade. And oh man, the trenches, huh? Here we have Money Gang. I think that once people realize the Fed is not going to be injecting liquidity into the markets by way of QE soon, and then they realize 2026 that the pump didn't happen, the sell-off will be monumental. Do you believe that the all-time high of crypto and alts will be in that time frame? Why? And then we have Saint Wolf. Liquidity ain't coming anytime soon. So this is where, of course, this is where there's a bit of there's discrepancies and a battle here. Because, friends, this is what's happening, all right? Now, I know markets, crypto especially, we're all skits, okay? I got a unicorn fluffy hat, for example. We're all schizo. But it actually it front runs the future. All right, it does. So it's strange. The Bitcoin dominance is saying we are about to go risk on. Okay, it's curling over. The Bitcoin dominance says we're going risk on. That's the strange part. All right. Plus, I want to show you the others BTC chart here with the US Fed balance sheet. Okay. Now, you got to remember, friends, people believe that altcoins can only go up if we get a big monetary stimulus injection part. But here's the thing, man, friends. They've already said QT ends. Okay. But I want to tell you this, okay? See, others BTC went up and then they printed money like here. Okay. Like they went up here. So what I'll do is actually zoom up for you. So this is what happened in last cycle. I'm not saying it's going to repeat again, but if you go back from the bottom of this candle, from this first green candle, from the bottom of it, okay? They actually started printing money in March when you thought it was over. It actually went up 83% against Bitcoin. I just calculated. If I do 83% against Bitcoin, whoa, it's up here. So 83% against Bitcoin's up here. That would be an equivalent. So what I've basically shown you is others BTC, it bottomed out with the US Fed balance sheet stopping the tightening, and then it went up, all right? And then it accelerated after the QE, okay? So that's why Money Gang Crypto is saying, hey, everything's going to fail. I guess he subscribes to Dead Cat Bounce, nothing's going to work, and something's going to break next year. So we'll see what happens. I don't have all the answers. Milky Bull. Altcoins, this is going to pave the way for altcoin dominance, altcoin outperformance. Yes, so this is, friends, this chart is stable coin dominance. So when this goes up, it means there's more stable coins in the systems as a percentage of the market cap. But right now, it's like wicked back down. So he's showing that there's this wick area. It smashed above it, tried to capitulate everyone, and now it's come back down. Which is basically just showing you what the same thing I've shown you with the Bitcoin dominance starting to roll over. Here we have Crypto Crew University, Steve. Total 3 weekly chart update. Shout out to our student for this sharp chart. The RSI lost support. The relief bounce is possible, but the real alt season is unlikely without an RSI reclaim plus breakout. Okay, so because we went down from this triangle out here, why don't you just redraw the triangle out here? So just showing that we've broken down from it. So when talking about real alt season, well, you got to remember, like, I just showed you the others BTC. From when the QT stopped to like all season peak, it still took like 6 to 8 months. Yeah, so everything's just been delayed, you know? Everything's been delayed. And there's no other way we can force it or rush it. We'll see. And yeah, next year could be horrible, could get bad, and people sell lows. And what about now? Sminston, if you start now, if you put $500 a week, you can get 1 Bitcoin in 5 years. Gee, yeah, well, if you wait for, that's a lot, by the way, for the average person to put $500 into digital internet Ponzi. Yeah, man, that's they're like, just put 500. That's 500. If you wait 4 more years to begin, it's going to take you 22 years to accumulate a Bitcoin. Stack early, stack hard. Well, yeah, it's growth rate. Remember, all the fans, you got to remember as well with these models. Look, man, I want our industry to grow. I think our industry is worth 10 trillion plus. Okay, all these people, like, you're making a fatal assumption, dude. Like, that nothing's gonna break. You got this mapped. It's just gonna keep going up forever. I don't know, man. Someone asked me as well, Sammy, what would you ever really trust long term in crypto? Easy answer: a crypto index, because a crypto index, it constantly will rebalance every week, every month, and it sells the ones that are dying and it buys the ones that are going up. All right. So after they've gone up, it rematches it every single time. So effectively, you don't have to just bet on BTC, you bet on the whole index, right? And if you get that, any new coin that appears that is going to rocket, you'll be in there. It's how the S&P 500 and NASDAQ work. Yeah. So obviously NASDAQ, because what's happening, friends, is how tough it is. In the real world, it used to be that a company was in the stock market index for 47 years. Now they're only in there for something like 22 years. I think now down almost 17 years. It's going down and down. You know what? Why? It's because you get in there and then there's more competition. It's more faster, more globalized. Everything's getting faster and faster. Look at crypto. You have things that are around for just one cycle, 3 to 4 years max. You see? So everything's getting faster and faster. So the need to make an index is becoming more and more, especially in crypto, because maybe the index will have, like, you know, whatever Bitcoin dominance is, like, you know, maybe by the time it comes out, 40% Bitcoin, and then it'll have 15% Ethereum and stuff like that. But it'll just, you can't do that right now because of the fees and the cost to basically to go in and out. So that would be something you could confidently, I guess, DCA into the future. And if Bitcoin keeps winning, if Bitcoin dominance did go to 99%, well, the index will just keep selling it down for you, so the thing goes up anyway over time. Geiger Capital also replies back to David Nutsack. So AI is too big to fail. Elio, very obvious. If you view AI as the new arms race, we simply cannot let China win. Very interesting. Here we have Richard Hart was never here. One person is trying to game the sacrifice and he's being rewarded to do so. Lamest shit I've ever seen, and now the biggest multiplier is in the hand of 50% of sacrifices. This will cause a race to the bottom. So is this some sort of FUD or anything? I don't know who they're talking about. Someone's trying to game the sacrifice. Is it pooling? Maybe everybody's like joined the pool, and the pool's like everybody gets a whale bonus and they all splits the coins. So yeah, good luck with the ProveX Sacrifice and everything out here. Just as long as you're aware that if everyone gets a 3x multiplier and they put in like $1 worth, but they get $3 worth, they can sell down 70% and they still break even. So that's obviously what we saw with the Pulse Chain Sacrifice, because people got 2.5x sacrifice. So at day 1 sack, they're not break even. They're up at 2x pretty much. Most people, most of those bigger accounts. Max Kaiser, Bitcoin Maxi. My take, after reading this post on X, our minds are radio receivers and we channel as much heavenly soul as possible given the interference coming from egocentric eccentricities and the persistent illusion of a material world. Pretty much, yeah, that's another word for, like, you know, all of us, we are seem to be channeling something from somewhere. Thoughts come in. They're not all our thoughts. Other entities or beings, we don't understand where they are. We can't even see them. Thoughts come in our head. We do have free will a lot. But sometimes not everything we make is actually ours. Where do you download them from? That's why, if you notice, friends, a lot of the people who are really like tapped in, they just say, oh, it just came to me. I wrote this book or this movie, or this story, or I could just see it happen, or it came to me. Yeah, it's like this unique part of reality, I guess we'll explore later on. New episode, Raul Powell. Here we have Santiago. the interview out here. Let's go the points. Let's just see their points out here. They believe that we discussed the market sell-off, liquidity 2026, trading crypto cycles, valuing networks, timestamp. So I guess he believes that there's going to be a sell-off. I guess Raoul Powell, Santiago probably means that out here. There's going to be, I think he's turbo bearish on next year. Raoul Powell also speaks about Metcalfe's law. I guess some guy says, yeah, you don't know how to calculate Metcalfe's law. I think, who's he replying to? Someone out here. Jamie Coots has done most of the work on this based on my initial work. The number of active users is only part of how it's calculated. It's much more complex. You need to capture unit economics of a users in terms of total value transaction. So it's another way of saying a patch of grass in New York, even though it's the same size in Africa, the one in New York is worth more. For example, even if you have 1 million people in that African village and 1 million people in this New York patch of grass, the New York one's worth more. Yeah, because they just have higher economic units. Yeah, that's what they're trying to see if they can get proxies or calculate these and stuff over time. Also, just to remind you, Bitcoin's fair value based off the Metcalfe's law now is $92,000. Okay? In bear markets before, it drops way harder. That's why Mark Yasko says it could go to below 75 or 275 because it trades like 30% under it. So if you do like 30% under, that is about 70K. So that's where it could be like that. But you could also make a case because we never went hugely above that. All right, we didn't even go up a 2x above Metcalfe's law. We did not even go up a 2x above its Metcalfe's law if it's 92K. You could also maybe make an argument that it's done. It's done selling off. Bitcoin funding rates have now turned negative. Let the rage shorting begin. Wow, that's actually huge. So we actually do see rage shorters. Look at these. People are getting net short the rage shorting. This is kind of funny to see. The people have... Gosh, man, they're just going to have it all over again, isn't it? Did you not learn your lesson on the way down, so did you not learn? Oh, man, they hear that rage shorting. So what happens, friends, when this goes negative, it means if you hold long, you get paid to be long because no one wants to be long. Oh, man, it is, oh, gosh. It's just funny seeing these market cycles play in. Check this out as well. This chart is not giving us anything to celebrate. When it comes to my 3 key pricing levels, short-term high realized price, short-term holder, there's a lot of work ahead. The bulls have a serious job. The bulls have a serious job to get there. So it's pretty much, I think what they're showing is right here because of it's below all these holder prices out here. Yeah, man, the bulls have a, what do you mean bulls have a serious job, bro? You mean like if you see it at 130,000, now you're bullish? Let's just, we've known that for a while, bro. What does that mean? Crypto bullet. Pui is finally bouncing. The most oversold RSI on the 3-day and 1-day. So as you guys see, friends, everyone has relief rally. See, everyone believes, okay, you're all going to die at your resistance levels, even for short-termers. It's interesting, right? Check this out as well. It's all connected. 3 charts below. The reverse repo market, which is like a savings account for banks owned by the Fed. You have Bitcoin and then you have global liquidity flow. See this chart here? You have Bitcoin here, global liquidity flow, and then you have the reverse repo. Follow the money. Okay, so you're seeing that the reverse repo is coming out here. Follow the money. I guess there's no money in the system yet. Wow, I have this long explanation. This is interesting. Now there is no money going into crypto. Crypto's going down. In theory, we should have been in a bear market for crypto until now. Repo propped up the Fed, but we have been in QT throughout this cycle. Both previous bull markets were created by QE, with repo dry, US jobs looking weak, banks are shaky. Add 100 billion of stimulus in Japan, 1.4 trillion stimulus in China, Europe, UK, and others are beginning to ease. See, they say rate cuts are coming and an end to QT. Repo funds held by the banks are in Bitcoin and alts. Now we are moving towards easing and everyone has been told the bull market is finished because the 4-year cycle is over, not knowing that the 4-year cycle was simply liquidity and now a new cycle is starting. But they can't see the wood from the trees. They've been convinced the theory is true by a few red candles made by the market maker and a few scary news stories out there. Yeah, man. Gosh, it'll be just so hard. Feds, you could tell. Oh, man. I've been thinking, I'm like, man, if we do go up next year, how do we get everybody long? How do we get them to stay long? I guess the answer would be that 2025 was a bear the whole time. And they're like, oh, we'll see how what people are saying, if they're really euphoric based off the PMI. But there's a story for everything, right? Narrative doesn't matter, friends. The price moves first. So you and I, we're still going to make it. We still believe year of the snake. Remember, I've written off this whole year. If there's a relief rally, January, if that's in December, maybe December, there's, oh yeah, things happening, QT and everything. Maybe there's 1 month, and then maybe next year, January, the final month, something happens. It's the end year of the snake, right? Where it's like, you know, we're going to cross that path when we get there. Like, subscribe, bell button, all. Catch you soon.